Today we shall discuss about if you want to store a number in the memory and you want to display on screen, then what to do? How to store a number into the memory and that number should be displayed on screen. Okay, here if we write directly, first we need to reserve memory. If you want to store a number means we should take int. It is data type. We have fundamental data types int, char, float, double, while. So I took int because we want to store a number into the memory. Okay. Space. Now variable name we have to give. So any name, let us give A. A is a variable name. A is a variable of type int. Okay. A means memory. See, we have given name to the memory location. Memory location name it is. Okay. Using this, we are going to store a number. So we can store like this. A is equal to 5. With this line, it reserves 4 bytes of memory. Each box is 1 byte. So it reserves 4 bytes of memory means 4 boxes it reserves. 4 boxes will be reserved for A. Under A, in the name of A, 4 boxes reserved. This line represents. This A's value is 5. It means 5 will come here. Okay, 5 will come here. If you want to display it on screen means we have to take printf and scanf. Printf means to display on screen. Scanf means to store the number from the keyboard. So here with this also we can store 5 or else another way is or means this one or another one is scanf. With this also we can store number. It means it is expecting a number from the keyboard. In the keyboard we have to type the 5 so that 5 will store here. Or in the program directly we can write 5. Any one method we can apply. This is called scanf. Here %d is called format specifier. As it is, this A is integer variable, so we have to write %d. If it is floating point variable, %f. If it is character variable, %c. If it is string, %s. Like that it changes. So here, A is a integer variable, that is why we have to write %d. So whatever you type number, that number will be stored in the location. Okay, now you have stored this number, now you want to display on the screen. So, printf, same way. If you write this A value is 5, that will be printed, printf, printed on the screen. Here we have to write %A. Why to write %A? What is the meaning of %A? %A means address of A. If you write A means just variable name. If you write %A means address of A. See, this box has address. Every box has address. So these 4 bytes, whatever we have reserved, these 4 bytes has separate address. But when we declare, when we reserve 4 bytes of memory, so first byte's address is the address of A. If this is something like 2000, it is 2001, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, if we assume. So this box, the first box address is the address of A. So once we write here ampersand A, it means address of A. See, whenever you want to send a letter to a friend or some beloved, content anyway you will write, but from and to you have to write to. So that address you should write, then only it will reach properly to the concerned person. Otherwise someone else will take that. So many things happens that I cannot explain. Here the thing is, once we write here ampersand A, it will give exactly address of that particular location. So whatever you type, that number will be stored in that exact location. So no confusion. That is why ampersand A is required. The thing is to store, what you tell, to give value, ampersand is required. To take it is not required. To display on screen, here A value is 5. If you write only A, it will be displayed on screen. So no need here ampersand. In the printf, it is not necessary. In the scanf, we have to give. Okay, fine. This is simple way. Okay, these are few instructions how to write program. Then these things let us implement by using C program. C program we can write in the file, simple file. In the computer you have to open a file. In that file you have to write all the instructions. This is the program. So what is program? Program is a set of instructions or collection of instructions or group of instructions. These instructions you will write in the file. This file we have to give proper extension. It means every file has its own file extension. C program, it is a file .c. Simple file name. Something like sum of two number means we'll give sum.c. Sum is the file name, .c is the file extension. Sum.c, it means it is a file extension C, it means it is a C file. Inside C program is there, C code is there. If we write something like sum.txt, it means text file. If it is something like .j, something like jpg means it is like picture, photo. If it is like something like mp3 means, these things, song, audio song. If it is something like .mp4, videos. If it is something like .cpp means C++. If it is Java means Java program. It means these are called file extension. Based on this, we have to measure, we have to recognize what kind of data is there inside. Kind of data. We cannot know what is there inside, what is the kind of data, whether it is audio, video, photo, or a C program, or that, these we can recognize. Okay. Now, we need to create a file, and inside we have to write the content. Whatever we write inside, all these instructions are called program code or instructions, simply instructions, set of instructions. Then we can define program. Program is a set of instructions to perform given task. You will be given a task to do something. So you have to write the program, set of instructions. Those instructions are called program. Simple. Okay. See, you may tell what is the need of program. In the calculator, you will easily type 2 plus 3, you will get 5. Who will do that? You simply just pressing 2 plus 3, you will get 5. So who will do all those things? Addition. This is simple thing, you know, some complicated mathematical calculations and all. So the program is written inside. You will give only input. You will get output. See, 2 plus 3. 2 is an input, plus is input, 3 is input. Whatever you get output, that is 5, that is called output. 5 is output. I hope you understood what is input and output. 2 is a character, right? Simple character. 3 characters you will enter. You will get answer 5, that is output. Okay. You understood then file. Okay. Now, in the file, how to write the program, how to start. Think it is a file. You have opened file. This is file. Okay. First we need to write header files. Hash include std io.h. Should write. This is rules. In this way only we have to write. Just remember, hash actually this indicates generally address or number. It shows number like. Okay, include. It means std io.h. std io.h. Standard I for input, O for output. Input output dot h. See here, this is file extension. It means header file. Every program before writing you should include this line. It means you can write this printf and scanf. This is for input, this is for output. So, if you write this header file, this line, if you write this line, then only you can write these two inside the program. You can use this inside the program. It is like something, if you have ID card, then only you can enter into the college or company. That is like permission. So, to use these two in the program, this is must. Okay. For simple program, C program, main. This is function. It is you will understand that. Every function, it is function name. This is left parenthesis, this is right parenthesis. We have to open flower bracket, you have to close it. Whenever you open flower bracket, you have to close. Whatever brackets you have opened, you have closed. Here open, here closed. This is angle bracket, right? This is, okay. This is opening, this is closed. This is angle bracket, this is parenthesis, this is left brace, this one right. Okay, fine. Now, you want to write a program. You want to store some number in the memory and you want to display. Then how to write the program? First we need to reserve it, I have told clearly. So that we have to write here. Int A. Okay, now you have reserved. So you want to store. Just see, one thing we should know. Before typing number, this line, what it tells? Program or system is expecting you to type 5. But it is not giving any signal. It is just expecting. So, before this, you have to give a message that type a number or enter a number, give input. Something you have to write. That is why here we need to write. It is not compulsory. To understand, we have to write. Enter a number. Just message it is. We have to write here double quote. Inside the double quote, whatever you write, that will be printed on screen. It is like whenever you go to the ATM center, when you insert, you will get message, enter pin code. Then only you will come to know that we have to enter pin code. Otherwise, you will see some Marathi movie. So, it will show step by step what to do. That is why this is message. This message is not input or output. It is just message. Enter PIN or enter 4-digit number or enter your account number, something it shows. Just message it is. It is not included in the logical part program. Okay. Now we have to write here scanf here we have written A, here A. If it is sum, you have to write sum. If it is whatever you write variable, that variable you should write here. Okay. Now you have reserved memory. We have entered number. Now you want to display it. So printer. That number will be displayed on screen. How it comes on the output? Output screen. Output screen. You get message, enter a number. If you not write this line, this message you will not get. So you should understand that we have to enter a number. If you only written program, obviously you know it, you will enter. So you have to remember. So simply if you write this line, no need to remember. Computer only reminds you. So simple. Then you will enter some number. Enter a number, it asks some number you will enter, 10. Now 10 is stored in the memory. So with this line, it will display on the screen, output screen. It displays. Simple program. Okay. Here, it just displayed 10 without any message. So you can include some message. Your number is. So that you can include here. Inside this. Here it should write. Your number is. If you write, it will display like this. Or entered number is. Or A's value is. The value of A is. The value of A is. Whatever number is there, that number will display here. This line, sentence, you should write here. Simple. So, here we have some rules we need to understand. Here you have to open this one parenthesis, you have to close here. Semicolon comes here like that. Usually all lines ends with semicolon. General formula here, whenever we open flower bracket, before line should not put semicolon. Here we have opened here flower bracket, before line should not put semicolon. We should not put semicolon before line. Very simple. In header files also we should not put. Except these, almost all lines we put semicolon. What is semicolon? Semicolon is called delimiter or separators. It tells that this is different line, this is different line, this is different. These are different lines. Sometimes you want to store two numbers. Let us take one more number. B. Now we have put here comma. It means A is different, B is different. It is also what? Delimiter or separators. This indicates lines are different. This indicates this is different, this is different. When you combine different variables, generally we use this one, comma. Fine. These are simple delimiters. Even B also, you can take one more number for addition of two numbers, something you can do. This is a simple program. Once again, I will tell. This line is called header files. This is main file, main function it is. We open flower bracket. This is called declaration. Declaration means we are going to reserve memory space for the variables. This is variable, this is data type. Okay. With this is input, this is output. Okay. I hope you understood how to write simple program. Let us discuss few more things in our upcoming sessions. Thank you.